welcome to the Dimp Digital Podcast. We're on episode number 31, and this time you have myself, Apps, and Hogsworth, Salmon. How you doing, mate?
Good, thanks, Joe. How are you?
Yes, very well, thank you. Let's not dilly around. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on this week, and just before we kick off properly, I mean, we should say it is the lead up to E3 week, so there's news dropping, seems like every other hour at the moment. There's all sorts of stuff coming out. We are recording this quite early, in advance of what we usually do, so earlier in the week, so apologies if some of our references are a little bit out of date of what's the latest and greatest news, but that's the cards we've been dealt, and that's what we're gonna roll with today. Let's start with The Witcher 3, Dave, because we were both excited the last time we spoke about this, and when you was last on the podcast, we was both looking at putting some good hours into it. Now, I've put 1 hour 17 minutes. Sorry, 1 hour. What am I talking about? 1 day 17 hours into this now. So I've had it a fair few weeks and managed to crank that amount out of it. I'm loving it, but I don't think you've been playing it as much as you probably expected, have you?
No, I've not. No, I was just checking now. So my play time's 5 hours 58.
For a massive game like that is like that is scratching the ice, isn't it? That's not even getting.
Well, that's pretty poor, and probably an hour of that's probably where it's just been left on.
Yeah, it's probably on in the background now, clocking up hours.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So what have you? I mean, is you've been struggling to get into it because it is one of those games where you've got to dedicate a few hours to start with. I find anyway, because it's so big, it's so popular, it's so much to do that just going on it for half an hour, you can't really get much out of that.
No, that's right. No, you definitely got to play it, for a good sesh. But I don't think each time I've played it, I've enjoyed it. But like I've said to you, I think Splatoon came out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on the same day or it was the next day or something like that.
It's quite close, wasn't it? It wasn't far away.
Yeah, I was on a bit of a crap shift when The Witcher came out anyway, sort of for playing.
Yeah.
So, Splatoon came. To be honest, I wasn't expecting much of it, and that has taken over in the last sort of, since it came out, was it 2 weeks, a week?
Yeah, 2-3 weeks ago. I mean, if drinking Splatoon wasn't around, you would have played a bit more of The Witcher, or is it not actually grabbing you as a game, do you think? Is it that struggle?
It hasn't grabbed me like I thought it would, as for how much I like to, but I'll definitely play it. It's one of them where everyone's playing, a lot of mates at work are playing it.
Yeah.
Something to talk about. And I know it's good, so I definitely will. Yeah, it's just that, again, when you're a bit busy, that's Splatoon. It's another one of them games where you can just pick it up.
Yeah.
Like you were saying about The Witcher, you can't really pick it up and get into it too much. You've got to do at least more than a half hour. Yeah, you've got to be looking at an hour to the hour and a half mark, I think, personally. At least. I've not really had the time lately, so that's all it is. I'll definitely get into it, that's for sure.
How does it look on the PC? Because, it looks decent on the consoles, but I imagine on your rig it's looking absolutely superb.
Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, for starters, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But it's not mind-blowing.
Right.
I think all this debate about, it should have been, they've scaled it down and all that business.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about that because I've seen it on the console now, on the Xbox. Obviously straight away I'm like, the frame rate.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks quite good on the Xbox. I'd say it looks a bit better on the PC.
Yeah.
Not massively. I think if you had them both next to each other.
Yeah.
I think you'd be like, definitely. But I didn't do that. I just went to someone's house, had a little look.
It's tough to tell, isn't it, when
it looks good. But it's like I said to you earlier, the gap at the moment where the new consoles are out, it's not massive. It's not going to be massive. It's pretty much frame rate. For the next couple of years, I think it'll be the same. If the game comes out on all three platforms, the big ones, there won't be much difference. I don't think. Not for a little while anyway. Not looking wise anyway.
No. I mean, we was talking off air, wasn't we, about PC exclusives, about perhaps those guys pushing the envelope a bit more and getting some of those type of games out there. Would you like to see more developers focus just on like a top-end PC rig, just to see what they could do with the technology we've got at the moment, or do you think it's not quite there to make the extra step that people would want and expect?
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because if you were doing the game, whether you like PC or not, do you want loads of money or do you want half the money?
Yeah, with pirated copies getting flushed around the internet.
It's a no-brainer, is it?
Yeah.
So that's obviously, like you've discussed before, it's obviously is the case. But yeah, of course I'd like to see it. It'd be great. And there has been PC exclusives, not so many lately, but yeah, the ones that have been, even if it's not been like I said about Crysis, the original, even if it's not been like that, or Far Cry, the original.
Sure.
It's been other games like StarCraft where loads of things are going on.
Yeah.
I imagine would maybe struggle on a console type thing. But yeah, at the minute I think there's not too much going on really.
I know we rave on about this particular game, what I'm going to say in a minute, this Half-Life 3. Something like that would be massive, wouldn't it? And I mean, I know Half-Life 2 came as part of the Orange Box eventually onto consoles, but for years it was just a PC exclusive, and at the time that would not have played on. I think it came out in the PS2 era. Even at that time,
that's right.
It would have struggled to be put on that. That's the sort of games I'd like to see for a PC, and then I'll be like, right, I need to get hold of that. The only one I've seen lately, like the new one that's announced, and I know it's one that you're not interested in, is XCOM 2.
Yeah,
seems like a bit of suicide, that, because you think surely it would have done. They're going to make a bit of money doing it on the consoles as well, but they've opted just for PC. And you wonder if it's smart restricting their audience like that. It seems like a bit of a strange one. Unless it's a timed exclusive, maybe they'll look at the balance sheet at the end of the year and go, "Fuck me, we need to port this down."
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Would not surprise me at all.
Yeah.
Let's get on.
Yeah, sorry, I was just going to say I might give that a go, just for that reason.
Well, yeah, I think it's worth trying, isn't it? And giving it a go. I mean, you've got a lot of early access games on Steam that you can get hold of that you can't get anywhere else. But the trouble is they're early access, aren't they? So
that's right.
You're struggling to warrant paying the money up front. I find I sort of find it a bit cheeky sometimes that you're kind of just. We're paying to beta test the game for them.
Yeah, that's right.
They should be hiring people to do this shit.
Yeah.
And they sit there for 2-3 years. You mentioned Splatoon. I know you're dying to talk about Splatoon. It's Nintendo exclusive. It's a new IP. It's all very, very exciting. It looks very good. It looks very imaginative and new. Tell me about Splatoon, because you've been playing it a fair amount and you seem to be loving it.
Yeah, I've put a good few hours into Splatoon. I've only done one mode, the basic sort of 4v4 online mode.
Is that turf war type?
Yeah, turf war. Yeah. Well, actually, the ranked has actually just come out, which is still 4v4, but it's just a different mode. But
what did you make of that? They held back the ranked mode, didn't they, for a few weeks? They've only released it in the last week or so. Do you think that's a smart way of just trying to get everyone on an even kill, or get everyone practice before releasing players into the hardcore world of the ranked matches?
I guess it seems like that, but. I know you said might have been your last pod I listened to about the lack of content with some of the reviewers. They are all right. They are all right, but it's really strange. It
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't bother you, but it would bother me on other games.
Yeah.
But on this game, the map. I mean, sure, if you do the same map constantly and you're sitting having a 3-hour session, it's going to drive you a bit mad. But you can sort of only do. It's strange. I don't even really get exactly how it works. But when you turn it on, you get it tells you what current maps are going. I think it changes every couple of hours. So you have 2 maps for every couple of hours anyway.
Yeah, I've read about this. That seemed like a strange move. But
yeah, you'd think that's shocking if you were playing was I playing Unreal earlier, an old Unreal tournament game, and if you do the same map over and over again, you quit 100%. You just
Well, I think the thing with Splatoon is it's not really a shooter, is it? It's a turf war type game.
Yeah.
It's got shooting mechanics in it, but the main aim of the game, as far as I know, is to cover the map in your paint. So the map design is probably important, and getting familiar with those maps is probably what gives people the edge. And I guess playing the same 2 for a few hours allows people to do that and get familiar with it, because the more familiar you are with the map, the better you're going to be, and probably the more fun you're going to have, I'd imagine, because there's nothing worse than feeling like you're shit on a multiplayer game. How are you finding the lack of voice chat? Because again, it's another thing, people saying there's no voice chat, how are they going to play a multiplayer game, blah blah blah. Have you been playing with any of your friends that have any of your friends got Wii U's? Have you been playing with those and not quite having the same connect that you'd normally have?
I only know 3 people who have got one. Yeah. But I don't play with them. No. Yeah. But they the voice chat thing, you should have it. Of course you should. Because the way I see it now, you can get, if you had one, we could get it, me, you, 2 others, and all sit on Skype.
Yeah.
And then we'd be so much better than the 4 randoms that are all playing without it.
Can you party up with people? Do you know? Could me and you meet somewhere in and start a party lobby so we're at least together in the team? Or is it just like you get slung into random games?
I don't think you can, because I've got a load of friends on my list from the Mario Kart.
Sure, yeah.
And if you join them, you go into their 8 players.
Probably against them.
You'll get moved. Yeah, you can be against them. You can be with them. It just changes every game.
Yeah. Not ideal, really. Is it?
No, it's not. No, but again, it's not bothered me yet. But maybe it would if if say it was on we was all playing it.
Yeah.
We wanted to have certain teams. Yeah, I don't know if that's coming or what. I don't know. They still say there's loads of content coming. there's been a new map since I got it, and a couple of weapons and stuff.
Yeah. They're not going to be charging for this new content. It seems like it's all free and built into their model. It seems they've got set dates where I think it's August is like the big sort of content pack that's coming out, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it seems like they rushed it, but it doesn't feel like they did.
Do you think they needed to rush it? Like, was it getting a bit stale? Like, was you struggling for a reason to turn the Wii U on, or was you?
No, I don't think so. I think anyone who was still turning one on is happy with it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, otherwise you probably binned it.
Yeah, you would have just turned it off, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
and not had it back on.
But that's what I think. But yeah, I love it, and I've been winning as well. Which is unusual.
Yeah, that's good for
me on multiplayer.
That proves it is a kids' game then. If you're on there winning.
Everyone has said this, yeah.
Would you think it'll suffer with longevity? Do you think there's going to be a time? Because I find that predominant multiplayer games, for me personally, I struggle to keep my interest after a set amount of time. And with there being little content, do you think eventually it's going to wear off? Or do you think this staggered DLC, free DLC approach is actually a good idea? Because in a couple of months you're going to get, hopefully, a big robust install of new features or hopefully new content. And it's hopefully going to freshen the game up a bit.
Yeah, well, I've never been a big fan of it all, to be honest. But it's a bit different with this. Mario Kart was a bit different because it was paid DLC, but that got me playing it again. And both times I had 2 lots of DLC, and both times I'd done it, I went back to it.
And they added the 200cc for free, didn't they?
That's right, yeah, they did that as well. Yeah,
which
that's
is good
ridiculous,
of them.
by the way. It's ridiculous.
What's
so fast?
Is it too fast?
Yeah, it's too far. I think it is. Yeah, it changes the whole game. It's not a bad thing. It's good if you're bored with it.
Yeah.
But it changes the whole thing. It's so fast. Like you different sort of jumps. You can skip bits of track.
Sure, I bet you can. There's like these small jumps that normally would go and be planned for whatever, but you can actually.
That's it.
Skip
but again, probably because I'm bad at it. It's probably why I don't like it that much.
No, it's a bit like F-Zero X. I mean, that seemed like it's fast back on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I never really played that much. That's one of their ones they always use, isn't it? That you got all the fanboys always saying, "Oh, we need a new F-Zero." It's like, well, no one who's sort of under 20 even knows what F-Zero is, so
true.
Not really. No one's going to buy it, mate.
No, they've all died out, those particular bits.
Yeah.
So Splatoon, you're giving it a thumbs up. You're enjoying it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's the best game I've played this year. Yeah. For me, anyway. I know, you can't compare it with The Witcher. It's totally different. But, yeah, it's really good, and it stopped me playing that, definitely.
Yeah. It's got a single-player campaign. Have you dabbled much in that?
No, people say it's really good.
Yeah, I've heard that the bosses are good, and it's quite puzzle based because obviously you're using the ink to move around strategically. Yeah. It seems like it could be not another Portal, but more geared to that side of things rather than killing things.
Yeah, I've got to do it because there's this weapon you can get, this sort of overpowered rolling pin.
Right. Oh yeah, I've seen that. It looks cool.
If you complete the single player,
a paint roller in it.
To a certain level. Yeah, you get the normal roller. You're in the 4v4, and it's the same with you get a sniper, you sort of like a machine gun equivalent.
Yeah.
There are a few different bits. They're basically different classes, I'd say, rather than different weapons. If you had 4 rollers on one team, you got no chance. You've got to sort of mix it up a bit. The roller sort of just lays all the paint, but they've got no defence.
Yeah.
If you've got a gun, you can see a roller with distance. The roller's got no chance. But this one you unlock for completing the single player is ridiculous. They sort of just stand there and they jump in the air and smash this roller down. It just goes everywhere. If someone knows what they're doing with it, it's really frustrating.
Yeah, no.
So he'll kill you, you respawn. Yeah. Right, that's it. You look on the map, you've got the map on the gamepad. You actually have to use the gamepad. That'd be a downer for some people.
Right, yeah.
You look down at the map and then you go after him and he does you again and it's that's it.
That's the frustration of online play, though, isn't it? You always get one burp that's just too good and use the overpower weapon and wins the game for the other team. You think I could have had him if I had my way.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, well, Splatoon sounds good. It's another game in Nintendo's portfolio. Hopefully there'll be a few more over the fall, and I'm sure we'll get onto that when we talk about E3 in a little bit. One bit of news that came out just as probably was about to record last week's podcast was regarding the Steam refunds. So essentially, you can now, if you buy it directly from the Steam store, because I tried to refund something this morning that I bought from a third party and redeem the code, and I was like, nah, it's got to come from Steam, mate. You can't be doing that because I got it for like half the price. So obviously you can't do that. But so if you buy something directly from the Steam store, you can actually get a refund within the first 14 days, providing that you haven't played more than 2 hours of it. So as a consumer, that's brilliant, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
That is brilliant, considering the amount of, like we just discussed there, the early access and some of the tap that you might stumble across just from the hype of the trailer. that's, I think, fantastic as a customer. I can't believe they've done it, really, because...
Yeah, I can't believe they've done it, because I'll use it.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, it's kind of a free demo.
Well, this is what I was going to say. It is, isn't it? It is like a free demo. And do you think it'll cause... Do you think it's a way of trying to stop people pirating things? They're saying, look, you can almost try before you buy now. Just, give it 2 hours, and if you don't like it, you can get it refunded. It seems the reports have seen that it's quite hassle-free, so there's not really a lot of bollocking about needed. You literally have to just click into it, and it goes, and does it within, a few hours or a day or so.
Yeah. It does seem pretty good. I wonder if it's anything to do with the fact that a lot of people now are downloading from, sort of buying from different websites.
CD keys and all that sort of humble bumbles.
G2A is the big one.
Yeah.
For us at the moment. It's just, I got The Witcher off there for 23 quid, I think. It's 50 on Steam.
How do they do that? Is it... I've heard stories about how they sort of nick them off like fraudulent credit cards. I'm not necessarily saying this website, but I've heard some websites do start those up. They get load of codes and just sell them.
Yeah. Well, I had it with Guild Wars 2.
Right.
I told you how I had sort of played Guild Wars, so I got a character, up to level 20 or something. But yeah, I got a code off some,
dodgy
girl on Skype in the end, who someone told me to add. It was a picture of a young Chinese girl.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, I know, it is. Because at the time, Guild Wars 2 was really expensive.
Yeah.
When it first came out, I don't know how much it was, but, we got it for like 20 quid, which was a bargain at the time. Yeah, 6 months later, email.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this was bought on a dodgy credit card. Ta-da.
Nightmare.
That was the end of that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's a focus on those then, or like you said, to stop people going to places like CD Keys or Humble Bumble and the site you mentioned. I mean, it gives people a chance to buy it direct from Steam, which I assume they'll get a cut in of the profit, and then gives them an opt out basically.
I have noticed Steam's prices have gone up, especially for new releases, which should be in one of them.
Yes.
50 quid, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, because that's the console version, isn't it? The same you're paying there. And one of the, like we said, we've been saying for ages that usually it's cheaper on PC. Same, I think GTA is still £40. I looked on the other day, and I was thinking that seems, that's a big game, but it's been out a little while now, and it's still sitting at £40. Normally, in my head, I had it that most PC stuff comes out about 30 below that, and then obviously you can find it off other websites for a little bit cheaper. But
yeah, I mean you can always buy it as well. You buy things off Amazon and things like that if you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I say, looking at G2A now, as I say, it's legit. I mean, you can get a guarantee thing as well. I think you pay about 79p, and you get it sort of guarantee that it's safe.
Right.
And yeah, the things on there, Watch Dogs is $2.
It's not worth that.
First one to no, it's not.
Apparently, no, it's not that bad. I didn't think it was too bad. The only thing I can see a problem with this Steam refunds is, what about the small developers of games like, and here's one that we both played and enjoyed, Gone Home. You can do that in under 2 hours.
Yeah.
You can do that game in under 2 hours. I just wonder, and the Stanley Parable was another one. I think I was done with it after about 90 minutes. I just powered through, done all the different. And I just think that will people abuse this? Will they buy a game like Gone Home, then go, right, I'll finish that now, I'm not going to play it again, refund. I wonder how the smaller developers of games like Gone Home, the Stanley Parable, are going to react to this, because they're obviously going to be losing out on a potential revenue stream there. Yeah. I don't know what your thoughts are on those particular games, because you're a big fan of Gone Home.
Oh, great game, yeah, I loved it. Well, I've just turned it on to find out that it's £15 on Steam, so it wouldn't surprise me if it did it for 2 hours play.
Yeah.
But, see, I wouldn't.
No.
Because I'm sort of, support the developer type attitude. But,
we know.
If $14.99 for a lot of people, you pay, 2.6 hours I've got on record.
Yeah.
And I took my time and finished it. So, for some people, 15 quid's 15 quid.
Yeah.
Especially if you're younger as well and got a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'd have done it without a doubt. Even sort of a few years ago, I would have done it. Definitely, I'd have tried my best to get some money back all over the shop.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think maybe I need to think about that.
Yeah.
But they would have done. So they obviously know what they're doing.
Yeah. No, I think I can't see how they wouldn't have thought about this. Maybe there'll be a system in place where if you do it too often, you get that sort of that God, the words lost me now. That sort of privilege loss, that'll be taken away, because I know they've put people that are writing shit on the forums and in the reviews and stuff, they track them down and sort of sting them a little bit. There was another thing that they mentioned a while back where you had to have spent $5 or something in the last two. I can't remember what it was now, but they put systems in place to stop people abusing certain benefits of Steam. So you'd think that if someone, you look at their Steam account, it's all logged, they've bought 10 games in the last 2 months and they've refunded all of them, then you can tell straight away what someone's their game is there. I think it's important that digital games have this offer because it's been so long that we've not had an option to even have these things refunded. Like if you buy a disc, you can take it back to game if you want, and they'll give you a hard time about it, but you can get your money back.
Well, this is it. I did say this about the PC a while back. They, everyone went crazy when Microsoft said they were doing that. That thing where if you bought a game, that was it, wasn't it? Basically, it was kind of a digital type. I know you could buy discs, but you couldn't trade them in or do anything like that, could you? They didn't do it in the end, but that's what they wanted to do, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
it. And everyone went fucking crazy.
Yeah, so what it was going to do is introduce, it was DRM, wasn't it? Once you had it on your console, that was it. It couldn't be. That's it. That was the E3 3 years ago it was, and everyone, like you said.
I went mad about it, and I said, well, there's no way I'm getting that.
No, I wish we had a podcast running back then. That would have been hilarious, that particular moment, because I was actually on holiday and I remember reading about it and I was like, what the fuck? And because I wasn't hooked into it, I was like, am I the only one that thinks this is crazy? And when I got back and read up and I saw that the internet had just melted down when they'd had their press conference, Sony then come along, fucking priced it 50 quid lower, said, no, we're not doing any of this DRM bollocks, and then from there they've been on the front foot ever since. That has really cost Microsoft, I think, in that term, because people still, although they went back on all of it, they still associate that with them for whatever reason.
Yeah,
and lost trust in them because you think, right, how is that happening?
Yeah.
But, Steam are doing a good thing.
They're doing a good thing now, but that's what I was going to say. They've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
Steam have always done that. You've never been able to trade it, but no one really ever sort of says that. And I'm kind of knocking the PC a bit there. I suppose you can still get games from the shops, not so much in game really, but they don't take them back, do they? No,
because normally some of them has keys on, didn't they? And it's like a product key, and then it's of no use to you. Because I remember someone gave me Battlefield 3. I think it was my girlfriend's stepdad. He gave it to me. He went, you can play that. And I was like, all right, I haven't played Battlefield 3, fine. Put it in. He'd already installed it, didn't he? So I couldn't use it then. I was like, bloody hell. Can I trade it? Nope. That's now some redundant disc. There's just clogging up space. But this is an avenue. It's working towards what I'd like to see, more digital, consumer rights. They might have to tweak it slightly in the future, but overall, I can't see how it's not a good thing. And at the very least, it's a good idea, and it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Right, let's get on to it then. E3 is coming tonight. Is Bethesda's E3 conference? So I think it's at 2:00 in the morning. Sunday we are at. What are you expecting from this year's E3? I mean, let's just go through the rundown. So start with Bethesda. It is tonight. We've seen Fallout 4 in the reveal trailer. Not had a release date. Lots of scurrying and rumours that 2015 possibly. There was a leak on their website that had it TBA 2015 on their own website. So people have gone, oh, that must mean it's coming. First of all, going back to the reveal, what did you think of the Fallout 4 review? And I know you'd played Fallout 3, but you'd give us a bit of background on what your overall opinion of Fallout 3 was, because I find that a lot of people that love or into Fallout 4 is because they loved Fallout 3, and I'm not sure if that was quite your case. I know you played through it. Yeah. Oh no,
when I played 3, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
And I did it, another mate of mine was doing it. He played it on PC, probably similar, probably not the same, the console versions anyway, but that's just what I had it on. And I loved it. I 100% it. I don't really do that anymore anyway.
No,
but
I can't.
Yeah,
it's impossible, isn't it?
Surprised. But yeah, I really liked it. What I said to you the other day is that I can't really remember much about it, which is weird for me for a game that I spent that much time on.
Yeah.
So I don't really know why that is, but I remember the shooting where you go to
the VAT system.
That's it. Yeah. It goes in slow motion, doesn't it? And you sort of get it. And I always went for the head. You sort of get different areas you can go for, didn't you?
Blow the leg off.
I thought it was great. It was a really different system that I just really got into.
Yeah, I found the free shooting, so when you didn't have the VATs on, a bit janky.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't great, was it? So it was a lifesaver that you had VATs, and that usually you'd have enough action points. I think they were.
Was it a bit scary in places or not? Or was that too much?
I wouldn't. Not for me. I mean, I'm not. And I'm not saying I'm some sort of big dick. The PT. Outlast, what I've played, scared the shit out of me. Seriously, I'll get really into it.
Yeah, I did Outlast, for sure.
And I don't know, I had an attraction to it. I hate it at the time, but when I finished, I feel like it's a sense of achievement. But
yeah, definitely.
there were parts like I remember when you went into the metro, I think it was, or the underground.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, there were some weird guys down there. Obviously, didn't have me jumping out my skin. I wouldn't have done it.
No, it was feral ghouls, I think they were, and they were quite fast. And there's normally a pack of them. They're basically like zombies, essentially.
Yeah.
And that was obviously in the dark area. And if you got halfway through the metro and had no supplies, then you're probably thinking, oh shit, I'll get caught out here. And you didn't really know what was coming around the corner either of Fallout, because it hadn't been done in 3D, and you had things like Death Claws running around, super mutants, and you're thinking, what the fuck am I going to see next?
Yeah, do you know what? I remember going into some building. I don't know if it's a churchy type thing. I think it was, and there was some big thing in there. That just sort of walked in and just out of nowhere it was sort of there, and that was it. I was finished straight away.
Game over. Yeah, I think.
I can't remember enough details, unfortunately.
No, I think there was the Death Claws, which were just absolute. I think that one swipe and you were pretty much dead if they got hold of you. I think there was there's super mutants, but there's a bigger version. I think they were called behemoths, and they were fucking huge. I remember seeing a video on the internet of someone luring a Death Claw into a behemoth and watching them fight. It was brilliant. I was like, that's great. So you've played a bit of Fallout 3, enjoyed it. Did you play New Vegas? I know it's done by Obsidian Entertainment and not developed by the same team that done Fallout 3. Did you ever get into to New Vegas as well?
I bought it again off a Steam sale for £2 or something. I never played it. I did try.
Yeah.
For about, I remember the start of it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was a long time after 3. I don't know how long it came out after it.
Because of 2 years. That's surprising. Yeah. I was going to say to you, was it because you just finished 3? But you sound like you've given it a good gap, and then it's still.
Yeah, it seemed exactly the same, and I think I was expecting something new. Yeah. And it wasn't really. It was exactly the same. But I should have played it. But no, I didn't bother with it.
No, it's good. It's good in place. It made a few changes to the factions and the way people perceived, which was good. But I didn't get into it as much as Fallout 3. Like Fallout 3, I got all the DLC for it, which is like unheard of for me. Went out and got all that, completed every single pack of it. 72 hours I clocked up, and I think it took me a good 2 years to do it overall, like get up to that. Yeah. I waited until all 4 bits of DLC were out and then went back and played it. So again, me with my trading, that would have been gone usually, but I kept it because I knew I wanted to play all the DLC. So it has a big place in my heart. I love Fallout 3. And you mentioned that New Vegas seemed a little bit too similar to 3. We've seen 4 now. Is there a worry that's going to be the same?
Yeah, it does look exactly the same, doesn't it? I didn't like the trailer. I won't lie. I'm not going to lie. Mm-hmm. Everyone's going mad about it. I think only because it's Fallout 4. I don't think if it was a normal trailer, anyone would really care. To be honest.
No, it's because everyone's been waiting ages.
Yeah, it's classic Wasteland again, is it? But I'm not going to. I don't mean to knock it. I'm going to get it, and I'm sure it'll be really good. Yeah. I just wasn't that impressed with the first trailer. That's all. But who cares? I was massively impressed with the Witcher trailers, and I put a couple of hours into it.
Yeah.
So
doesn't always.
It's all about trailers, is it? Obviously.
No. What do you think about the actual look of the game? Because a lot of people have, commended Bethesda, saying, "Oh, look, they've not done a CGI trailer. It looks like it's been ripped directly from the game." And it doesn't look that great, considering it's meant to be a step forward, and it's been so long since the last Fallout. It's good that they're, in one hand, that they're not, dressing it up to something it's not, which other games have been criticised for in the past. But if you're trying to sell your game, sometimes you should put your best foot forward, really, shouldn't you?
Yeah, it's a tough one. You've basically said it there, haven't you? It's nice to have it looking fantastic, and I would probably still rather it like that, to be honest. Look brilliant. Do the best you can with it. I'm not one of them folks from The Witcher who are like, oh, it looked so good on the PC 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Whatever, mate. It's still got me wanning the game.
Yeah, you shouldn't have bought it you shouldn't have pre-ordered 2 years ago, mate. If that's what you're doing, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, they always have to put on there, didn't they? Not actual gameplay footage on the TV trailers.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think it's such a bad thing. You always know what it's roughly going to look like anyway.
Yeah, I think what people were criticising, it didn't look as good as what they was expecting because they've been waiting so long.
Yeah, but you can always sort of. Obviously they've chosen not to do it with that trailer, but they'll probably bring out another one that looks amazing, and then there'll be loads of gameplay videos all over YouTube.
Yeah.
You'll be able to look at them first and stuff. They'll probably, as you say, there'll be loads. Well, tonight then, if it's tonight or tomorrow morning, whatever.
Yeah.
Things. I'll probably wake up to it in the morning, have a look.
Yeah, it's definitely one that I'm looking forward to. Do you expect them to have a release date in this press conference? I mean, they've got quite a bit of other stuff there. To be fair to them, Doom, perhaps a new Dishonored, Wolfenstein's come out and whatnot. Do you expect Fallout to be the main bit, and they'll drop a release date, and then everyone will be like, right, let's get ready for this?
Yeah, I think so. I know a lot of people think it will be 2016, but I don't know. I've just got a funny feeling it might not be, just because it's sort of their first conference. So yeah, no one wants to see it, do they? No one wants to see them go, oh look, this is this.
Yeah.
Comes up September 2019.
Yeah, it's like, what's
no
the
one
point
wants to see it.
No. I mean, it'd be unprecedented for them to drop it this soon, but it looks.
Yeah, It put, in any normal case, I'd say it's not going to come out this year. If only just in a trailer a week ago, whenever it was, then it's unlikely. But I don't know. I like to be a little bit optimistic. Yeah,
there's enough negativity. Let's look forward to something. No. Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying sensibly probably early 2016, but could be 2015. Like I said, it was on the website and got taken down. Some of the other retailers are shit at this. They always get it wrong, but it was on their websites as 2015. Who knows? I'd expect a game, like a full gameplay, maybe not trailer, maybe a playthrough or a demo even, and a release date, and then I'm happy with that. I'm happy. Then I know it's coming. I know what it looks like in motion, and hopefully because one of the things I don't think people are thinking about when they say, no, it doesn't look as good as I expected, that the scale of this game I expect to be massive. I expect it to be so much to do, so much to interact with, and I hope that they can get that across in this conference and show, okay, it doesn't look like The Witcher, but look at what you can do, look what you can interact with. It's got far more depth to it. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, we'll come at that EGX, it'll be there for sure.
Oh yeah, of course it will.
Got to be there.
Unless it's already out, it might already have it in our hands.
Oh yeah, we'll see. Where's that? September, I think. Probably not. Probably not. You never know.
Never know.
It might come out after E3. You know.
Imagine that. Just drop it during the week. That would be excellent. So, is there anything else on Bethesda's sort of itinerary that you're looking forward to? I said there's Doom being rebooted. Old classic. Didn't have the best out in its last outing, but they look like they're going to give it a good go. That potentially tempt you in?
Oh yeah, I'll probably get that. Oh, I don't know So it's Bethesda.
Well, the trouble with Bethesda, I get confused because they obviously publish a lot of games as well, and don't always develop themselves. And I couldn't tell you without checking exactly what and who's made this. But to be fair, anything they've published seems to be pretty good. They seem to have a pretty good handle on the studios they do work with.
Yeah, mostly Bethesda. They've had a couple of shockers. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I used to always think I bought a game once because it was Bethesda.
Yes.
I can't remember what it was. So they're not epic.
No.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But with me, it'll be down to who does that Doom game. Because if it's sort of ID or the Quake people, who did do the last one, I'll definitely get it. It'll be day one for me.
Right.
But if a Bethesda sort of, make it like Skyrim or something, it might be a bit. No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If they change it up
too much.
Yeah, which will probably sell better.
It's not what people want, though, is it?
Nah. Yeah, it won't really be what I want. But I think that'll probably be good. It's a good franchise.
Yeah. Do you think it's a bit too... Should they reboot this? Or do you think it's time they sort of left it alone?
Well, I'm a fanboy, so I'd have much rather a new Quake. But really, who wants a new Quake? No one's bothered apart from me and all the other people who are my age who play PC.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a bad one to reboot. It's an absolute classic. The original. It must be one of the first FPS games that sort of started it all off.
Yeah, I mean, you say Doom, and even the younger lot these days know what Doom is. It's just got that sort of ingrained in people's brain. If they never played it, or wasn't even maybe even not even born when it came out, they still know what Doom is.
That's right. I think it would do well. It still needs to be a good game.
Yeah.
I think it'd do well if it's a good game.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Dishonored, and that's another one that they've had out. That's a new IP that was 2-3 years back.
I bought it. Another one I bought for like a couple of £. I tried to play it.
Yeah, I've tried.
But, I couldn't get into it. And there was so many good reviews.
Yeah.
Game of the year from a lot of people, didn't it? And it was quite cool. I didn't like the cartoony style of it, and I couldn't really get into it. Even the plot seemed quite good at the start. He kills someone and nicks the young girl,
assassinates and
like
nicks,
that.
and then
I thought that's quite cool. That sort of straight away got my attention. But I don't know about that one. I think another one that's I can totally appreciate is a really good game, but it wasn't for me.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I was struggling because it was a stealth game predominantly. And I don't know, having it in first person, I found it really hard to stay hidden because to see them, you've got to sort of show yourself. So sometimes you peek around a corner and they see you, think, fucking hell. Whereas with a third person game, obviously you can swing the camera around, you're like, all right, they're there. And I just wasn't adapting very well to it, and I think that's why I eventually got rid of it. I mean, I was going through a renting stage, then I was renting games off Love Film, £10 a month, 3 games a month. I was going, thank you very much.
I remember you was doing that.
That was brilliant,
good
honestly.
times, mate.
I was churning through. There's so many games I would never have given the light of day, but because I was doing that, I did. Dishonored was one of them, and one of the ones I didn't complete, which is unfortunate. But I can, like you said, I can appreciate it was a good game. It's a new idea as well, and I appreciate it's a new idea. I just was not very good at it, I think, because I could never get through it. And the only thing about the renting sort of phase was, I constantly mentally I was like, right, I've got to get through this game. Quickly, because you feel like you're burning money, and in reality, you're not. It wasn't a good place to be. As much as I loved it, like I can't think I could do that now because I like to take my time and sit there and soak up the game and play for what it's worth.
Sure.
There we go. That's Bethesda done. Monday's quite jam packed. We've got Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, and Sony. We're expecting out of Microsoft. They tend to go first. We've got a couple of big exclusives coming later on this year. What's your thoughts from Microsoft? So you've got an Xbox One.
Yeah.
You're gonna have your eye on this, really, haven't you?
Yeah, as I said, I'll watch them all. Yeah. Well, I'll definitely watch Sony. No, I'll watch them all. But if any of the big three were on at a time when I could watch it in a day, I'd make an effort to watch it. Whereas the Bethesda ones and that, I'll watch them on YouTube a couple of days later happily. That sort of thing. But yeah, with Microsoft, probably. Obviously, Halo, it's always going to get spoken about. So, and that will get my attention. I'll definitely get it, and it'll definitely be good. I know that's quite a bold statement, but you got to be shocked if it's not.
What do you think about 343 Industries? Because they've got a bit of stick for Halo 4, and then the Master Chief Collection, which just doesn't seem to work online.
Yeah,
it's not two of the best track records that they've had.
It's not, but the 4 was really good.
Yeah.
Again, it was a bit of an end of an era for me with the 360. I was already a bit fed up. I was getting back onto my PC again at that point, but it was still a good game. I still finished it, in co-op. Yeah, that's what I probably prefer. I know it's all about the multiplayer with a lot of people, and the multiplayer is good, but I only like the multiplayer if I'm on with my mates.
Yeah,
I don't really like it with randoms. No. Plus, people do get really good at Halo. Another one where
it's stupid, isn't it?
I don't mind losing. You're playing sort of 25 kills wins. You've got 15 and they've got 25. That's all right. But when you've got 3 and they've got 25, it's fucking boring. I can't be bothered with this. And I felt like that with a lot of multiplayer Halo, unless it's with your own mates. But the campaign are really good. I think they're games where where you can normally just pick your level. I still quite like trying to beat them on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah,
which I don't really bother with on a lot of games now. But if I'm doing that on co-op, a bit like Gears of War, I quite like the challenge of trying to do it with your mate on the hardest difficulties.
Yeah, and to be honest, I played the beta that was earlier on this year.
Yeah, I did.
Really liked it. I quite like the change they've made. They definitely.
How'd you get on? I got my ass kicked.
No, I got my ass kicked. I did get a ground and pound kill, which I was trying for about 2 hours. Finally got one. Recorded it on that bloody what's it called? Xbox. Record that business. Happily got that. Yeah, that was
lucky you can do it quickly. So it records for about 3 seconds.
No, that's pathetic.
It's terrible, isn't it?
At least the Sony one, I just press share and it'll save the last 15 minutes. That's a decent chunk.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, good.
That is pretty good.
And I'll tell you what, for doing the YouTube videos on the channel, it's so helpful to have that because it's 15 minutes. It's quite a substantial amount of time. You get a whole cutscene there, a bit of gagameplay.
Yeah, most people don't want to watch too much longer anyway. If you just show it, unless you're doing a let's play.
No, exactly. Yeah,
just for clips and stuff.
That bit's good. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, got the ground and pound kill. Probably got about 2 kills in the 2 hours that I was trying to get it because that's all I was doing. It's quite hard to line up. I can't remember the exact control scheme now, but I was struggling to actually, get the ground and pound on, and then to actually get some poor bastard with it. I found it really difficult, but I was really impressed. Didn't have too many connectivity issues, and I imagine it was quite popular.
Yeah, it did look good as well, I thought.
It's sort of brilliant, sort of had the hovering in the air. There was the darting forward, which they hadn't had before. So it's a different take on Halo, but I think it's steps that probably need to happen to move it forward. Yeah,
no, it was good. 60 FPS as well, massive.
Yeah,
for me, maybe not for you, but
I don't notice.
On a console, it's big for shooters, I think.
Oh,
yeah. It had it with Titanfall.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I thought that was good.
Yeah.
You did as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I loved it.
I thought
it was great. That was multiplayer only, but for some reason I just had so much fun with that game. It didn't matter, which is rare. And I'm not really into multiplayer games either. So Halo 5, that's got to be there, isn't it? I imagine some more story stuff. We've had trailers coming out this week anyway, which we won't go through and break down. But Tomb Raider, I expect to see that there. Rise of the Tomb Raider.
That'll be probably on par with Halo, because they'll be sort of giving it the big, and that it's whether it's timed or not, it's got to go down as an exclusive at the moment for Microsoft. I can't believe it's not even on PC. I can't believe that.
That is a bit shocking, isn't it? Because you think that because Microsoft obviously got an affiliation with the PC crowd as well. Hell, they're even at the PC gaming show, which is taking place on Tuesday. Yeah. Weird how they didn't want to share it, but it shows that they're intent on pushing the Xbox One and getting people's attention, which I think is good. You've got to do that.
Yeah.
Because they're getting better now, but they were struggling a lot at the beginning of the generation. Really, Sony were really kicking their arse. And I think it's starting to even out a bit. They're still behind, but they're selling as much, if not slightly more now. And having games like Tomb Raider, which again, maybe not quite like Doom, but everyone's heard of Tomb Raider.
Yeah, of course. They're big games.
And the last game was quality as well.
You were right. I don't know if it was you that said it. It's one of your guys said about how this one brought it back. It definitely did.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Yeah, because I played the first two and I didn't really get into the third one and the ones after that. But
I'm exactly the same. I done 1 and 2 and then couldn't be bothered after that.
No, the reboot was a great job, fantastic, and I think they're riding on that momentum. That's going to be a big one for those guys. EA, so we're going to get FIFA, aren't we? With EA. Probably going to get some more Battlefront. Not really spoke to you about Battlefront. I don't know if that's an interest. I don't know if you're really into Star Wars, to be honest. Is that?
Yeah, well, I only watched the films 2 years ago, I think, all of them, one after the other. I really liked them.
Yeah.
I'm not a fanboy all of a sudden. No. I just thought they were good films. Yeah. I don't know anything about Battlefront. It's been all over the place, as if this is the new Battle, as if it's like a massive, well-known franchise. Well, maybe it is, but for me, I'd never really heard of it, and I've been sort of non-stop gaming for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
But it looks good, and I like Star Wars. It's shame it's EA.
Yeah.
But I'll probably give it a go. As long as it gets sort of above average reviews.
That's it, yeah.
It's pretty good. Is it a first-person shooter? Or
well, I don't think they've confirmed it yet. I mean, I know Battlefront, I think, was a third-person shooter before, but DICE are doing it, and DICE obviously behind the Battlefield series.
Well, this is it. So that's what worries me. I don't want Star Wars Battlefield.
No.
But everyone's saying that. I'm sure it won't be. It looks. I mean, I'm looking at something now on here. It's got a picture of it. It looks great.
Yeah.
But again, it could be anything. It's just a sort of a silly picture from an advanced trailer. Yeah, it does look good. But yeah, I'd give that a go. If you're flying around in them, I don't even know what they're called, but
yeah, I don't know either.
Classic Star Wars.
Gonna get fucking
spaceship things.
Yeah, gonna get destroyed for not knowing that.
Yeah, I know.
That spaceship thing.
Definitely. If anyone's looking at it as well, it's like the classic thing that everyone would know what it's called.
Yeah, I'm no good at that. Wing Commander, no, that's another game. Ignore that. So yeah, that's probably going to be there, isn't it? We've seen a trailer for that. Sure. A lot of people are saying Mass Effect 4 might be there.
Yeah. I think it will be there.
I loved Mass Effect.
These rumours kind of just come from nowhere.
Yeah.
Great games. I wish I'd done more, really, because I haven't even done 3. But I loved 2.
So good, wasn't it, 2?
1, I did play a bit of 1, but when I played 1, I was we were probably still knocking about, because I had it around sort of when I was leaving Wakering, so a long time ago. But it's when I got the old Ring of Death.
So not what you want, is it?
I knocked it on the head.
Yeah. I managed to play through all 3. 1 was good. I loved 1. I was like, good. Combat was a bit crap. But they
good in 2,
they addressed it in 2. Yeah, they made it much better in 2, and that was the pinnacle for me. 2 was definitely the best in terms of the story and the combat. I mean, the suicide mission at the end, it just was so good. You took all your companions along, depending on what strategy you took or what you'd done previously, if you got their trust. Some didn't make it out. That then rolled into 3, so some characters weren't there that should have been there, and there's bits missing, and it was a great trilogy back to back. A lot of people made a fuss about the ending, which I won't go into, but it was as an overall series, it was great. I think they've told the Shepard story for now, which is obviously the person that you create, and that's your Shepard, male or female. And I'm hoping with 4 they completely separate from the previous events and move into like a new generation, because I mean, fun, it's a new universe. They could move 10,000 years forward, change up the races, change up the politics, and it'll feel like a new game, and you can start afresh, because you don't want decisions from 1, 2 and 3 trying to feed into 4, because it's going to be impossible.
That's right.
That's what I'm hoping for. But some sort of announcement that Mass Effect 4 is coming is what I'm really hoping for out of EA. I think they're going to have a big lineup. There's a lot of games there. We've got the sports games there as well. So
the EA's ones, I'm probably looking forward to that more. Unfortunately, because I don't like EA, but probably going to be better than the Bethesda one, I think, just because they're going to have a lot more stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, if they throw that out with sort of Mass Effect, what's the other one we just said?
Battlefront,
yeah. They throw both of them out with all their other stuff.
Yeah.
The sports stuff, I think they'll do quite well.
Yeah, I agree. What about Ubisoft? Kind of taken a nosedive, haven't they, in the last couple of years? PR-wise, people do not like Ubisoft. And the trouble is, they've got great games out there, like This War Is Mine. I don't know if you've played that. These smaller games seem to do really well, but these big budget games like Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs got a bit of a lukewarm reception. You've got The Division, Rainbow Six Siege. Don't know how these are going to turn out.
Well, Rainbow Six Vegas 2 was brilliant.
Loved it.
I loved it.
I'd 1. I'd probably love that more because I played more of it, but 2 was just as good because it's the same game.
Did you guys speak about the camera thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I bought that stupid camera. I paid like a full whack for it. It was crap.
Yeah.
But all it was good for was that. It was making
stupid. Trying to put your dog on there or something.
Yeah, but the trouble is, all I'd do is be hiding behind a wall, just looking at people's faces. Playing the game.
I love the combat on it though. It was really different, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was very tactical. And it had the terrorist hunt, which I thought was amazing. So I'm hoping that Siege has that mode in it. It's not all PvP because you're going to get people with like elite squads in that. They're just going to blow people away, and that's not going to be fun. That's a game where you're going to have 3 other good people to compete. And something like a terrorist hunt means you don't have to have that because you can play against the AI, work together, and have fun without getting drilled. That's probably the one thing I'm looking forward to out of Ubisoft is seeing how Siege comes along. But could there be a Watch Dogs 2? Possibly. It sold really well. It sold an absolute shipload, didn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't get the best reviews, but it's a new IP.
No, it reviewed badly.
No, it just wasn't what people was expecting, was it? I think people were expecting 8s and 9s, and it probably got 7s, 6s, and a few 8s.
Yeah.
And it's that.
It wasn't my cup of tea. I played it for sort of 15 minutes.
It came after GTA 5, which again it felt like GTA 5, but not as good. And that's never a good sign. Assassin's Creed, I'm sick to death of.
Mate, I haven't played since 1, so I'm well out of Assassin's Creed.
No, Syndicate, not going to bother with. Unity was a disgrace. Peaked when it was at number 2, in my opinion.
Yeah, most people say that.
Yeah, no, it's really good. And Black Flag was good as well. I don't know why.
I did try Black Flag, actually.
I don't know why they don't just release a pirate game and just spin off the Assassin's Creed tag. Do a pirate game using those mechanics, exploring, going with your ship, building it up. That'd be great. Maybe they'll reveal that. That'd be perfect. But it's weird that that was one of the features that everyone loved about 4, and they've not gone back to it. They've just put it in these cities like France, London, no water. It was like one of the biggest selling points of 4 that it was something different and had this naval combat, and they just got rid of it. Unbelievable from Ubisoft. Sony. Now, you've not got a Sony machine, have you? So that's not really.
No.
You're probably going to watch it though, I imagine. Just to have a little sniff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd have a little look. To be honest with you, I'm hoping it's not all about Metal Gear Solid because we all know that's coming.
Yeah, it's September as well. It's not like it's far away in comparison to some of the other stuff that's going to be knocking about. Like we're going to see Uncharted 4, and that's a guarantee. We're going to see Until Dawn. We might see Quantum. Is it Quantum Break or Quantum Dream? I can't remember. I think it's Quantum Dream, the studio that done the Heavy Rain, Fahrenheit, and Beyond Two Souls, because they've been working on something, and that's a PlayStation exclusive. Apart from obviously Fahrenheit, which is out on PC as well. But they're probably going to reveal something there. I expect the Morpheus to be there as well, because Q1 next year are the rumours when that's going to drop.
Yeah. If they showed Last Guardian, I'd be very interested.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, is it?
Well, you wouldn't have thought so, but I say it every year. It's got to happen one day. Where do they keep getting these screenshots from?
Yeah, and why do they keep renewing the trade?
I played Ico and I loved it.
Yeah, did you play Shadow of the Colossus as well? Just Ico?
No.
Yeah, because
I listened to that on one of your pods when your mate said that he played it, but I didn't know. I had Ico on the PS2.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone else who's heard of it.
No.
Ever.
No, I hadn't heard. I'd heard of Shadow of the Colossus. I hadn't heard of Ico. He'd played both. And Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, I've got the PlayStation Now beat. They're still running, unbelievably. I thought they'd closed it off by now. It's still running. And Ico and Shadow of the Colossus are on there. And I'm so tempted just to put the pin in The Witcher 3, go through those two. But I've got a feeling I'll get halfway through one of them and they'll pull the beater and I won't be able to finish them.
Probably.
But I'll try and give those a go. So yeah, The Last Guardian, that'll be a big deal because people have been asking about that probably as long as they've been asking for Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. So that wraps up the Monday show. Tuesday, we've got the Nintendo Direct. That's the firm that's close to your heart. What's your feeling? Because we've had Splatoon out, haven't seen anything of Star Fox. Zelda, they've said they won't have any Zelda stuff there, which I can't believe. I can't believe that.
I mean, can they say that and then do the old, look, we've got it, it's coming out next week?
That would be incredible.
Yeah, very unlikely.
I'll go and get one immediately.
Yeah, I can't see that happening, but I don't know with that one. I'm a bit worried about them this year, but then I was worried about them last year, and I thought they were brilliant last year. They announced so many games that I've ended up buying nearly all of them. So, I wouldn't write them off just yet, but I'm not confident. But then they might surprise everyone with the console.
So do you think they're actually going to announce the new console?
I think, I don't know if I'm getting confused with Zelda as well, but I thought they said they weren't going to.
Yeah, no, that's what I've heard. Both Zelda and the NX. I'm not going to have any details there. Okay. So maybe,
so maybe not.
Could be lies though, couldn't it?
Knowing them, they'll show a load of crap no one's bothered about. And then you'll get some silly thing at the end with a little picture of it or something as it closes. Where it's a stream, you don't really get the crowd or anything, do you?
No.
That wouldn't surprise me. But I can't think of that many games. I've given up on a 3D Mario, which I'm gutted about, because although 3D World is possibly my favourite game on a Wii U, I still want a 3D Mario. I don't actually want Galaxy 3, but I'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
But just another 3D Mario game like that. Would be brilliant. It would look so good as well. I know they haven't got the power of the PS4, but these Mario games look great on it in HD.
Yeah,
because it's cartoony. They don't really need to look. Don't
need the horsepower, do they? They play for their strengths, and it looks great. It runs like absolute smooth as butter.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'd like a Mario Galaxy 3. I'd like this.
I'd love one.
I'd like that.
I'd be buzzing if that came out. Yeah. But I don't think.
What do you think they are going to do then?
Blimey. I mean, that new Yoshi game comes out at the end of the month, so that'd be weak, really, if they showed that off again, because that's probably the last one. I don't. That's what I mean. I'm a bit concerned because I really don't know, but there's no way they're going to turn up and not do anything.
No.
So at least it's sort of a little bit
mysterious,
exciting.
But expect something good.
Who knows? Yeah, basically, like I say, it wouldn't shock me if they did something crazy and everyone was like, "Whoa," typical of them, or they did fuck all. It wouldn't surprise me either way.
No, they're a law to themselves. They just seem to do whatever they want.
I'm not really bothered about anything 3DS at the moment, to be honest.
No.
They do push that a lot because it still sells really well.
Yeah, I know a lot of people.
Well, whether it sells really well now, I don't know, but it's a lot of people have got them, so the games still fly out.
Probably be another Zelda remake put on that, maybe. Like they've done Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. Maybe another one they'll try and port to that. But it sells well, and I know a lot of people that do enjoy them, but it doesn't suit my lifestyle to sit down and play that type of game usually, like unless I'm doing something and going somewhere. I know I commute every day, but I don't want to sit there on the cramped train trying to play Ocarina.
Yeah, well, that's what's surprising me, because that's where all of my gameplay comes in on the handhelds, on the Vita and the 3DS.
Yeah,
is on the train. I've racked up 20, must be nearly 30 hours now. Final Fantasy 9 PS Classic. I got it for like $2.99 on the PS Store on special. And I've nearly done that just from sort of 30-minute trains there and back. Well, no, it's an hour a day on the train.
Yeah.
Just from that, really. I don't really play it at home.
No, that's the thing.
But I'm not on cramped trains. That might make a difference.
No, it's horrible. Rush hour time. It's like bloody hell.
Everyone's sort of sitting there looking as well.
Yeah, and you can hear
sitting there watching you.
Yeah, it's like, what is he doing? He looks far too old to be playing like a guy. Little green elf with a sword. What's he doing? Like, I don't understand. Zelda. Square Enix. They're there.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to Final Fantasy because they're brilliant.
Yeah, you love them. I'm looking forward to Deus Ex.
Did you play Deus Ex then? Because I played the original, which no one's ever heard of.
No, so here's what happened. Again, didn't really have a PC that was going to be running that.
Yeah.
Played Human Revolution, loved it, and I've been interested in going back to Deus Ex, the original, because it looks fantastic. But not going to find the time, I don't think. It's one of those games. But I loved Human Revolution, so I'm looking forward to this. The new version that's going to be coming out. You're probably going to see Just Cause 3. That's due to drop, I think. Yeah,
it's another game that's sort of quite big that I've not really shown interest in.
It's about £1 on Steam, but I just think that's another open world game. That's another. Yeah. You can't just power through that. It looks like good fun though. Good, just like.
I think I had it on 360. I think.
Yeah.
But just not one that's ever really done it for me. But people would probably be excited for that.
Yeah. No. What are you expecting out of Final Fantasy then? What are you hoping for? Anything in particular, or?
Well, I'd love it if it went, old dinosaur again. I'd love it if it went back to the roots and sort of got back to sort of 10 and before. But they'll probably do some new stuff. The graphics will be amazing, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever platform you get it on.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The thing I'm not all about graphics, but Final Fantasy's always had good graphics.
Yeah.
Apart from the one that sort of released on the PS2, I think, right at the end.
Yeah.
I think apart from that, they've all had really good graphics.
Right.
So that is quite important, believe it or not, for that game.
It's expected, isn't it? That's the thing. They set the benchmark, and you don't want them to fall below the standard.
Yeah. So obviously the traders will show that off what they already have.
Yeah.
But gameplay wise, unless you sort of play the other ones, you have played a couple, haven't you?
No, not really. No. Never really got round to playing any Final Fantasies.
Fair enough.
For whatever reason, I don't know. I just couldn't. I think at that time, obviously I was quite a bit younger when they first started popping out. I don't know. They seemed a bit overwhelming to me.
Yeah.
And
I can understand that.
It was just, I don't know. I never really could do it. I'd really like to play 10 because I know it's been HD'd up onto the PlayStation 4. So maybe I'll give that a go. A lot of people are saying there's an earlier few that are probably better, but I think it's the best chance I'm going to have to get involved with that.
Yeah, no, definitely, it'd be a good shot. But a lot of people think 10's the best anyway.
Yeah, no, maybe. So if I get time, am I going to find time in amongst? It's picking up now.
I'd say do it on the Vita. I've got it on the Vita.
Right.
But obviously you're not going to. So you probably won't.
Probably won't.
But they are good. They're great games.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah. No, I'll do my best to try and fit it in. But there's games like still got to play Super Mario Galaxy 2, which I've got sitting here. I want to play Metroid Prime, give that another go. I couldn't get into that.
Try and do that at the same time, because I couldn't get into that either.
Did you have it on the Wii controller or the Pro controller set up?
Wii controller.
Yeah, see, I actually had the GameCube version on my Wii with the old GameCube control plugged in, because that's the good thing about the Wii, it just goes backwards.
Yeah.
And could not get into it either. Like, I was hoping with the motion controls would, I don't know, give it a little bit more oomph, but maybe it won't do. It just
seems a bit crap at the start, really, doesn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah,
it's obviously not. No, but it does seem like it, doesn't it?
No, I just like you said, it was a lot of people
like it on rep.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just weird. It didn't explain that all my powers had just disappeared. It took me ages to figure out I was just getting all my sort of like abilities back, and then I don't know. People like the way that the story's told, the fact that you go out and explore and you find your own story by scanning things. And I was like, it just seems a bit lazy to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I just want to be spoon-fed, and I didn't have the effort to sit and do it. I do want to try it again on the Wii at least, because I gave it a good 4 hours. That's a long time to then still go, nah.
Yeah, I think it's just one of them ones where I've just got to go, there is actually a Nintendo franchise that I don't really like. I think I've just got to accept it with that one.
They do exist.
Yeah.
Let's quickly cover off the final bit, which is the PC gaming show. Now, I thought you'd be really into this. It's the first time that they've had a PC-only sort of event set up at E3 and had a press conference, and there's all sorts of people input into it. I think AMD are running with it along with PC Gaming. You've got Blizzard there, you've got Bohemia Interactive, Creative Assembly, Dean Hall's making an appearance, Paradox Interactive, Square Enix, even Xbox are on the list to be on there, which is, I don't know, maybe it's the cross-play part coming in.
It might be their Windows 10 business coming.
I imagine so. So one of my first mentions, I was expecting this to be a big segment, but you weren't all that interested when I kind of mentioned it to you. I was a bit surprised as to why.
Yeah, only for me, it's always just been about games E3.
Yeah.
So when you start saying, it's going to be AMD, going to be there, Nvidia will be there.
Yeah.
It's like these losers who walk around the car park looking at cars that are all souped up and all that, just sort of like knocking one out over engine sounds and things like that.
Yeah.
See, I'll never be like one of them with PCs. It's like, I'd like to have a great PC, but I don't really care what it looks like. I don't really need to look inside and see this new RAM that's got, it's all flashing and got air ducts on it and water cooling and all this sort of extreme stuff. I imagined it would be on that sort of thing.
Yeah.
If they sort of said, look, we've got a load of games on show here, big games, then I would be really interested. But I just don't think that's going to happen. No. That's why I'm more inclined to watch the console ones, to be honest.
No. It's 3 hours long. I want to watch all of it, like all the E3's got to offer, but that seems excessive to me.
Yeah.
Like, what can
there'll probably be something right in the middle that's really interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Miss it all. Well, the trouble is you can just jump onto the internet and find out what everyone's buzzing about, I guess.
That's right. Yeah, you normally that will come straight away, doesn't it? Especially if they're one early. I'll wake up tomorrow at 5 a.m. and look on an app, and it will tell me what Bethesda have done straight away. So I'll already know. So if there's nothing interesting, I won't bother. But if it's something good, then I'll probably watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just when I've got nothing to do, you can have it on the background or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. No. And it's good that the PC's getting a bit of a profile at E3. It's often forgotten about in in general media as well. People forget that there's a platform there. Like even I look on some of the reviews of the sites I watch. I look at the reviewed platform. It's always a console. And I think I don't understand why they're doing that. I don't know if the publishers don't send out PC platformed review codes to review, but it seems strange that they're not reviewing it on the best hardware possible.
Yeah,
seems a bit weird.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
it does get forgotten. It's good it's there, and it'll be a few interesting bits out of that, I'm sure. And hopefully there'll be some more cross-play stuff between Xbox and Windows. That'll probably be there, and who knows, maybe a bit of Oculus. Don't think
that'd be nice.
Don't think Valve's Vive is going to be there. I don't think Valve are there at all this year. Too busy giving out refunds, shelling those out. But
have you seen that Microsoft HoloLens thing?
Yes, I was going to mention that in the Microsoft bit, but I forgot about it. It does look good.
Yeah, I've just seen it. I'd forgot about it.
It looks so far away though from being anywhere near ready. And I think that if you looked at that conference, it was a Microsoft conference. It wasn't an Xbox conference. So a lot of the stuff they were showing on it seemed that it almost was like a Google Glass, where it can run games on it, but they were more interested. It seemed like they were more pushing towards everyday use. And how you could Skype someone whilst you're on it and show them the fucking how to fix a car. I was like, no way that's happening. I don't care what they say. I mean, it'd be great. It'd be a great.
It was annoying, wasn't it?
It'd be a great. It'd be a great game changer. But I just think A, it's so far away, and B, that I'm not sure how focused it will be towards games. Like obviously, Oculus, Morpheus. There's only one thing that's designed for, and that's games or porn in Oculus's case. But the HoloLens, I think, might be spread a little bit too thin. Maybe we'll see it. I'd love to see more stuff like that because I love all new stuff like that.
I do, yeah. As I say, I'm not big on techie things, as in insides of PCs and stuff. It's like a HoloLens.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered about what's inside it. If it's showing off something good, then I'd like to see it, definitely. Yeah,
I think it's a great idea. Surprised that Microsoft didn't go for their own VR, just bog standard headset to try and compete with that. But maybe they're going to save and wait up for this, and it'll blow everyone away. But I think that's about it. We've covered off pretty much all that E3's had to offer, and no doubt half the stuff we've talked about has already been announced and spoken about and leaked in the lead up to this podcast being released. But I think it was time that we wrap this particular show up. Remember, you guys at home, you can get at us on Twitter, which is @DimpDigital. Facebook.com/DimpDigital is the Facebook page. Make sure you like that. And dimpdigitalmedia@gmail.com is where you can email us, although I don't think people use emails these days, if I'm honest. It seems like the Stone Age stuff. Don't forget, if you are watching us now on the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're listening to us, get your phone out, go into Safari. If you've got an iPhone, go into your browser, put in Dimp Digital on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. We've always got video content going up every week, so I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. That's it for now. Game over. It's goodbye from Dave.
Cheers, Joe.
And it's goodbye from me, Apps. Thanks for your time, and ta-da. Hello. What's going on here? Oh.
Hogsworth.
What was that?
Yeah, sorry, mate. The headset was turned off.
Was it? Excellent.
Yeah. You don't get on there, so.
Nah, of course you don't. Not for that sort of shit.
Live fast, die young. Live fast, die old. Always said that.
Live too bloody fast sometimes.
Yeah.
Die young. Nah. Die old.
Yeah. Come on.
I've always been a bit of a maverick.
Yeah.
What bit was it that got your goat last time? Or got your goat on this week's one?
Yeah, it was your silly statement again, knocking the computer. You said something.
Don't like it, do you?
Well, because it's wrong.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I said what you thought I said. I can't find it.
Yeah.
That's why I was a bit buzzed, and I was like, why is he attacking me? I don't know what I've said.
What's going on here? Why is he outside my house burning a stick?
Oh, steak. Something.
That's it. Why is it outside my house burning a stick? Well, that is weird, because if anything, it'd be a steak. I don't know.
Well, they even call them steaks these days. They just would call it a stick, wouldn't you? It's only because we play games. They're like, oh, burn them at the stake.
Yeah.
They get used, but in real life, people, you go, burn them at the stake. Go, what are you talking about? You go, oh, stick. Yeah. Good.